Moi! Tänään me puhutaan suomen kielestä ja tämän video on tarkoitettu niille, jotka ovat muuttaneet Suomeen tai jotka ovat tulossa Suomeen ja haluaa oppia suomen kieltä.
Yeah, because we have had a lot of people commenting on our past videos related to Finnish language, asking,
Kyllä.
do you need to learn Finnish
Yes.
in order to work as a nurse here? How do you learn Finnish? They're concerned that it's too difficult to learn and that it might stand in the way of their career because they cannot work in the level that they would want to because Finnish is just too difficult to learn. So today we're thinking to give some kind of tips on
Yes.
how to learn Finnish, because the situation is that as of now you need to learn Finnish in order to work as a nurse.
Se on pakko,
Yeah.
they say.
You have to speak Finnish because most people in this country speak Finnish. And there are some places you could work on like in Swedish, which is our other official language. But these are very limited. So for you to have like a lot of opportunities at work, then you need to speak Finnish.
Yes.
Yeah,
Kyllä.
that's true. Yeah. And you, Ryan, have been here for 13 years.
13 years. 13 years. It's quite a long time.
Yeah. And how is your Finnish now?
Well, I could say that my Finnish is not perfect, but I could manage well. I could work in a Finnish environment, yes, and in Finnish meetings, for example, I can follow. I have no problem with that, and in my free time, I can speak Finnish in the shop, and even in my official things, I can asioida.
Yeah, like do errands.
Yeah, like do errands in Finnish. And yeah,
And
I'm
you
still
work
learning.
in specialist healthcare as well in
Yes,
Finnish.
yes. I work in a hospital, or I used to work in a hospital in a special care where you need to have a good Finnish
Yeah, yeah.
skills.
And how did you get to this point?
Oh, it's a long journey. It took me 2 years, at least 2 years before I was able to speak in a conversational level. And it was a conscious effort. And conscious effort means that I really put effort on it. For example, I really write down the new words to build up my vocabulary. I write down sentences. And I use the same method I used when I studied for NCLEX exam, for this licensure for nurses exam. And I use these meta cards, colorful meta cards. I write sentences there. I write new words. And I guess you have seen that.
Yeah, I remember like one of the first times we met, like your dorm room wall is full of these cards, so he's not very into interior design.
No, it was painful in the eye to see your wall all around you. Even the ceilings, they have small I have these small meta cards where I write these sentences. Yes, and I remove them once I'm comfortable with them, and I change them with another ones, so that I could have really like new words, new sentences each time. Yes.
How about other tips for how to learn Finnish?
Well, it's good to have a Finnish friend. That's very handy because in my case, I have one very good friend, and he was the one who really helped me a lot with my practical Finnish needs, because I agreed with him, or that he agreed with me, that he will translate my Finnish sentences. And these sentences were the ones I used to when I was working. I write this down in my report. So we agreed that I will send him a few sentences, and he will reply, or he will translate that in Finnish. And I wrote them down in a small notebook, and I used these sentences to build up my report when I was still working. When I started working as as a nurse, and until such time that I didn't need his help anymore, and I still have the notebook with me actually.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
But you don't need to use that.
No,
anymore in
not
your
not
day-to-day,
anymore.
yeah.
No, not anymore, because the good thing is that when you understand the basic of a sentence in Finnish, then you can just change the words, change the nouns, change the verb, and you can build your sentence from
Yeah,
your sentences from there. Yes.
And then also you can practice Finnish with your non-Finnish friends.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, the problem with our group is that we came here 16 people, so we were comfortable speaking with our own language, and that's good because we are in a foreign land.
yeah, you have
But-
the community.
Yeah, the community, the sense of home. But it was not really good when you try to learn the language. So I could suggest that if you can commonly agree together to have at least 1 hour in a day, or if you want 1 day in a week where you can learn, or where you can speak only Finnish, and you could agree for a penalty for those who don't. For example, those who don't will wash the dishes, or yeah, it might be awkward in the beginning because you might be almost silent, or you might just use words. For example, you want to ask for an apple, you cannot say the whole sentence, but you can just say apple, and no, like omena, for example, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the baby step that you need to go through,
Yeah.
and it helps you pronounce the word. It creates a muscle memory in your mouth, and you can hear it. So it's really beneficial, even though you might not feel that it helps you a lot. But this is necessary
Yeah.
for you to learn. Yes.
Yeah, because some Finnish words are really difficult to to pronounce
Pronounce.
if you are not used to them.
Yes, I could remember the word "yö." I was not able to pronounce that before.
Yeah.
So, and also euro.
Yeah.
So yö is
Night.
night. So hyvää yötä is good night, and this euro is the euro.
Yeah, which is actually spelled exactly the same way.
Yes, but
in
you just
English
have to
and Finnish.
yeah, you
but-
just have to pronounce it as it is written, euro.
Yeah, so those things will take time getting used to, and for you to be understood, you need to pronounce them the right way,
Yes.
because otherwise people could be confused.
Yes,
so,
yes.
so you need to practice
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you don't have friend group or one friend or someone learning Finnish together with you, you can do the same thing by joining. For example, in the library they have this language cafe.
Language cafes.
So
yeah.
it's like a group of people that are also learning Finnish meet together and
Yes.
speak Finnish to each other, and it's completely free. At least here in Helsinki they have it. They probably have something similar in
Yes.
other libraries. I'm sure you can ask the library in your city or check their website or whatever to find these kind of things, because it's really important to speak. Like me, I grew up in a Swedish neighborhood. I spoke only Swedish. I learned Finnish in school, but that's like grammar, and so I did not become comfortable with Finnish before I kind of was forced to speak it on a daily basis.
Yes.
So it really makes a difference.
Yes. When you use it.
Yeah. Then other ideas there's websites you can use. So some news pages have a version of their news in like a simple language, for example Yle, and then there's this Selko Uutiset, like
Yes.
that. So these are just like, they're the regular news, real news, but written in a more simple way.
Yes.
So
That's very helpful.
Yeah, you can start with picking like just words or sentences out of there, and then eventually you will start understanding the whole news.
Yes.
Or you can do the same with books, like starting with very simple books, children's books, picking words, sentences, moving. As you progress, you will understand more and more. Like, the point is not that when you pick up the book, you the first time you'll understand the whole thing, but you will learn sentence construction or words, or like just to kind of understand and create words and sentences in Finnish.
Yeah, you don't have to understand what the meaning of the book or what the book tries to say, because it will be very frustrating. But just really know how to use sentences.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there's some other websites that you can use for learning or grammar.
Yeah, I used Verbex a lot when I was still learning. This website helps you flex words according to the doer. If it's a han or if it's a he or te, then it gives you the right flex of the word of the verb, or if it's a past tense or present tense. So it was really helpful for me. Also, there is this Taste of Finnish, and it's a website where you can find short courses and hear the words or hear the conversations, and these are really very helpful. And if you are if you are very new and you want to learn the very basic, you can use Duolingo.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different ones, and we will put the links to all the websites we have mentioned in the description. Then you can click through there and check if they will help you. Yeah,
it's not really impossible. It's hard though. I could say that Finnish is a hard language, but it's not impossible to learn, especially when you're really living here in Finland and you hear it every day and you use it. You try to use it. So just don't be afraid to use it, because you will learn. Yeah.
And Finnish is good in that way that it's kind of like, how to say, like the words mean what they say.
Yes.
It's
like if you encounter long words, most probably they are composed of different words put together, and if you know each word's meaning, you will predict the meaning of that word. And that's how I really learn, and I really noticed that I was learning because I could predict the new words
meaning.
The meaning. For example, tieto kone, and it means tieto means information, and kone is computer, so it's like information machine, so it's like computer information machine, so it's the computer.
And one other word that works in the same way is nenäverenvuoto.
So you could actually guess when you know the word nena, it means nose. Veren or veri is blood, and then vuoto is leakage. So you could already know the meaning, or if you want, you can write the meaning in the comment.
Yeah, like what word would this be in English?
Without using Google Translate.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very short introduction.
Yes.
We hope some of these tips could help you, and we are considering making this into a series focused mainly on Finnish in healthcare.
Yes.
So even though none of us are expert, we would like to help you.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in a series of videos where we give word sentences that are practically like that you can use in practice in your work or your studies, then let us know, and we will try to do that.
You can subscribe, you can like this video to know if you're interested in this, and you can share this video. Yeah, and I really know the feeling of not knowing the language, and that's why we are really eager to help.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
Kiitos.
Kiitos.
Heippa.
Bye bye.